Trump speaks out after the indictment. So let's watch this. Thank you for watching.
And yet they go after a popular president, a president that got more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country by far, and did much better the second time in the election than the first. And they go after him on a boxes hoax, just like the Russia hoax and all of the others. This has been going on for 7 years. They can't stop because it's election interference at the highest level. There's never been anything like what's happened. I'm an innocent man. I'm an innocent person. They had the Mueller hoax, the Mueller report, and that came out. No collusion after 2.5 years. That was set up by Hillary Clinton and Democrats. But this is what they do. This is what they do so well. If they would devote their energies to honesty and integrity, it would be a lot better for our country. They could do a lot better. They could do a lot of great things. But when you look at what's happened to our country in the last 3 years, we were energy independent. We had a strong military that wasn't woke. We were doing so well. We were respected all over the world. We got the biggest tax cuts in history, biggest regulation cuts in history. And what do? You have a president where an election was taken, got more votes than any sitting president in history by far, never anything even close. And they come after me because now we're leading in the polls again by a lot, against Biden and against the Republicans by a lot. But we're leading against Biden by a lot, a tremendous amount. And we went up to a level that they figure the way they're going to stop us is by using what's called warfare. And that's what it is. This is warfare for the law. And we can't let it happen. We can't let it happen. Our country is going to hell. And they come after Donald Trump, weaponizing the Justice Department, weaponizing the FBI. We can't let this continue to go on because it's ripping our country to shreds. We have such big problems, and this shouldn't be one of them. It's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax, just like Russia, just like the fake dossier was a hoax. You saw the Durham report. You saw the Mueller report. It was all a big hoax. You had 2 impeachments, and they lost, and we won. And we had tremendous support. But that was a hoax and a scam. And now they're doing it again. It's just a continuation, 7 years, even after I'm out. But it's called election interference. They're trying to destroy a reputation so they can win an election. That's just as bad as doing any of the other things that have been done over the last number of years, and especially during the 2020 election. So I just want to tell you, I'm an innocent man. I did nothing wrong. And we will fight this out just like we've been fighting for 7 years. It would be wonderful if we could devote our full time to making America great again. And that's exactly what we did. But now, again, our country is in decline. We're a failing nation. And this is what they do. I'm an innocent man. We will prove that again. 7 years of proving it. And here we go again. Very unfair. But that's the way it is. I just want to thank everybody. We are doing something very special for our country. We're putting America first. I always put America first. And that's why we were in a position. Unfortunately, that position is no longer valid because they've done such a poor job. But we're in a position where we're going to make America great again. I'm innocent, and we will prove that very, very soundly and hopefully very quickly. Thank you very much.
They did this to Trump the very same day that the GOP was viewing or seeing the Biden's bribery documents. But anyway, this is no coincidence. Let's just watch this from Newsmax.
All right, let's get out to Capitol Hill now, where GOP lawmakers are weighing in all this, saying it is no coincidence that this indictment came a day after House Oversight members viewed that unclassified document, which alleges a bribery scheme involving then Vice President Joe Biden, now sitting president.
Let's join in, welcome in now Kilmeny Ducart. She joins us live from Capitol Hill. Good afternoon, Kilmeny.
John and Bianca, the timing of that has certainly been called into question. As you mentioned, this indictment happening just a day after House Oversight Committee members were allowed by the FBI to view this document alleging a $5 million bribery scheme involving then Vice President Joe Biden, who was paid off by a Burisma executive while his son Hunter Biden was on the board of the Ukrainian gas company. That is in exchange for decades of policy influence. That's what the document alleges. Now, I just spoke with Republican.
It is not alleged. This is not alleged. It is on video. Biden is saying it live on video.
I remember going over convincing our team, or others, to convincing us that we should be providing for loan guarantees. And I went over for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid at the time.
You see why I don't understand why they use the word alleged? You know, the word alleged is like now they're trying to indict President Trump. He's allegedly, whatever happened in those documents is still alleged. He is innocent until proven guilty. President Trump is innocent until he's proven guilty. But Biden, this is not alleged. This is, we saw that video.
And while GOP lawmakers like Congresswoman Nancy Mace continue to maintain that there is a two-tiered justice system, Democrats, on the other hand, want to say that the document scandal involving the former president and the current president are not the same. We heard a statement, rather, from the ranking Democrat on the House Oversight Committee, Jamie Raskin, who says after reviewing a trove of factual evidence, the federal grand jury found probable cause to believe that former President Trump knowingly retained hundreds of presidential
I always have issues with these bandanas.
classified records, deliberately defied subpoenas, obstructed law enforcement, and lied about his continuing retention of records. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, of course, calling the indictment of the former president a dark day for the United States of America, adding it's unconscionable for a president to indict the leading candidate opposing him. Joe Biden kept classified documents for decades. He goes on to say House Republicans will hold this brazen weaponization of power accountable. John and Bianca, we've talked about so many different reports over the last few weeks. The House majority of Republicans continuing to investigate these different threads and these different tentacles. We know the House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan is very keen on finding out what is in that DOJ memo. He wants the unredacted version about what led up to the raid on the former president's home, because it's not just the accusation that the former president's been indicted and not the sitting president, but again, the differences in how those documents were retrieved from both of those individuals.
Kilmeny Dukart live for us on Capitol Hill. Thank you, Kilmeny.
Who is the judge overseeing this indictment? You won't believe this. The judge assigned to oversee Trump's criminal case was appointed by Trump himself. I've seen this face, but never mind. Eileen Mercedes. I'm not doxing YouTube. This is available for everyone to see. So Judge Eileen Mercedes Cannon is an American lawyer who serves as United States District Judge of the United States District Court for the Southern District in Florida. I don't trust Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis fooled us. He lied that he was doing this book tour, whatever, signing, whatever, doing book tours, right? He decided to run for president in 2024. He does everything he can to appease Trump supporters. He said that. He said that in a video. My assumption is these illegal immigrants pouring into United States, most of them are Latinos. These people will be voting DeSantis till the end. They will be voting DeSantis, I'm telling you. But anyway, I do not like DeSantis. This is happening in Florida. Thank you for watching. Do like, share, and comment.